Okay then, some weekly training footage, starting off with 205 kilogram for 3 on the squat. Middle of the road session really, intensity's right down in training, even on my heaviest sets. You have to separate training from competition, so it's not practical really for me to constantly blow my load all the time. So this is nice and steady. If you actually look at the speed of the hips and the legs here, I'm fairly pleased with it. Bit wobbly, wasn't a great set, and I kind of lost some technical cues. But on the back down sets, I kind of remembered that I need to force my knees out. Each session you can you can learn something. Do you know what I mean? Each session there's always something to take away in terms of thinking about the lift, learning about your own anthropometrics, which is your proprioception, so understanding how your limbs and your joints all bend together, and what muscles you should be initiating first, and it's all individual, and you're only going to learn that by training a fucking lot basically, and training sensible as well, and making sure you're fit to train. So I did 3 sets of this 170 for 5. Obviously a piece of piss, nothing really 170. The idea was just something just on the back down, just to build a bit of muscle, but at the same time not going nowhere near fatigue, keeping the reps all fast and injury free, which is what you want to be doing. So on that one I was just forcing the knees out a bit more, so that was leading to a bit more acceleration, it felt like. Then moving on some midweek deadlifts. This was 230 for 5. I was fucking absolutely battered this day. I had to deadlift on the Wednesday instead of the Tuesday, so it upset my rhythm a little bit. But I was just trying not to overextend here, and just accepting that if it was kind of medium pace, that was fine. I did actually do this for 2 sets of 6 afterwards. This was meant to be a fucking set of 6, but fucked it up. But anyway, very comfortable. I got a lot out of that session, to be fair, being sensible. There always seem to be the sessions that you do, the sessions where you kind of leave the ego at the door and you say, well, 230 for 3 sets of 6 seems like fuck all compared to what I could usually do. But like I say, you've got to separate training to get strong from being strong. Do you know what I mean? So what you need to do is form's got to be on lock, and the other thing is don't ever fucking grind. Do you know what I mean? Very rarely. Nothing should ever be a 10, maybe a 9 at most ever in training. So I was 180 for 10 on the combine. That was good. I was pretty pleased with the speed of them, to be fair. And then this was a nice little bench session, which I attribute to having good sessions earlier in the week. So I do sets of 6. So with the bench, I cycle it up. So my sessions literally go sets of 10, sets of 8, sets of 6, or sets of 7 sometimes, sets of 5, sets of 4, and then maybe a set of doubles or triples. Even this would have been a big PB, probably about a year ago. But now it's just moving like nothing. It really felt like it was popping off the chest, which felt good. And then here's 132 for 6, which I was chuffed with, because this is an all-time PB for 6 reps. And you could see I would do 8 reps there if I had to grind them. I don't even grind them, I could probably do 8 cleanish reps if you watch now. So I was pleased with this. I think if you can do 135 for 6 or 7, then all of a sudden you're looking close to 165 bench possibly. You're moving up well into the weights then. I tend to find with the 3 lifts, squat is the one where I tend to, whatever I can double or triple, I can generally tend to do 10 to 15, possibly even 20 kilograms more on a squat. I don't tend to be a good repper of heavy weights on squats. It's probably through lack of practice, to be honest, but the way I like to set things up is, squat takes a lot out of me, so I can't constantly go heavy on squats like some people can. So that's possibly why it's more of a practice thing, whereas like bench tends to be middle of the road, so it tends to, like, what you put in on a 1 rep max calculator on a bench, that'll work out as it is. Whereas with deadlifts, I can fucking rep something there and then probably only add 20 kilo, could do something for 5, and then the max is only 20 kilo more, that type of thing. But they were nice, 52 kilogram dumbbells, the pro style dumbbells, so I didn't realise that until recently that doesn't take into account for the handles. So I'm gonna treat myself soon to some 60s, because I think they're there now, 62 kilogram dumbbells. Hopefully press the 70 kilograms one day. I'd be fucking chuffed with that if I could. Might actually start becoming a decent presser then, relatively anyway, if I can start getting into 180 in those kind of territories, maybe within the next 18 months to 2 years. And then this is just, I tend to just occasionally record sets on the come up to squatting heavy, just to have a look at how things are looking speed wise and how things are flowing. So it was just one of them days this day where the bars felt nice, do you know what I mean? Like on your back, like even this 195, like, you know, which is like 80+% weight. It's probably 80% weight now for me, probably a bit less actually. It's probably just below 80% this is, but this was just fucking coming up a piece of piss. But it's just one of them where I had to use the experience of training for a good few years now and just say, right, keep the ego in check and just go for something sensible. So I went for 3 sets of 4 on the old 220, which was a big PB anyway, which tends to suggest, I think, probably 215 comp fresh should be there now. I think like if I want to be getting into like squatting 260, 270, those sorts of territories, this has kind of got to go for an easy 8 to 10 reps. So we'll get there. It's always been a big ambition of mine to fucking put 5 plates aside on and rep it out for 10. I think any natural lifter who can do that is good. Do you know what I mean? No matter what your weight class. So anyway, guys, that's the training for the week. Can't fit all my thoughts into one video, unfortunately, but I've tried my best. So I hope you enjoyed that, and check you on the flip side in a bit.